Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters, and I'm here with a very old Akai MPD16 MIDI controller. This is a MIDI pad controller from about the year 2001. These things are actually still a really great controller. I just hooked this up to Ableton and did a little performance with it in there, and I recorded it. I'm going to show you that here in a second. But I just wanted to mention, you can find these for really cheap. The USB driver is so old for them that it will no longer work with modern day computers. However, it does have a standard MIDI output right here. And so what you could do is power it with the USB and then just run a MIDI cable out to your audio interface, which is what I did. And it is working really, really good. I'm able to get really low latency on my interface. And as far as a controller goes, this thing is just awesome. It has very simple controls. It's very easy to program and it's fast. So I was able to basically play on this, I think, actually better than I could on my more modern MPD that I had before that had a lot of knobs and faders. It was much larger, but I really like this one, actually. So what I'm gonna do is show you the little performance I just made. And what I did is I used the theme song from the first level of the video game Heretic, which is a 1990s first-person shooter based on the based on the Doom engine. And so I went through that and chopped up little samples and assigned them to all the pads at Ableton. And then I recorded a song and showed me playing it. So I'm going to show you that now. Then afterwards, I'll show you a little bit in Ableton what I did in the drum rack to basically control the samples the way that I did. So anyway, here we go with the song, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so this is the Ableton project, and as you can see, it's a very simple Ableton project. It's just a single MIDI channel with a drum rack on it, and then I have the samples loaded up corresponding to each pad. And before this stage, I actually went through and edited. I took the entire song and cut it up into little bits and pieces the way I liked using the program Wavesaur. I'm not going to show you that in this video because I think it would be long and boring. I'm just getting straight to this part. And basically, all I did is I created a drum rack. I assigned the samples to the different pads on the controller. And if I start playing them here, you can see the different ones. Or hear the different ones, rather. Okay, so these samples, they sound kind of crazy just doing it like that, but once you get a groove going and you kind of work something out in patterns, you can start to come up with really cool stuff using this technique. Now, what I do is basically I make some pads assigned to choke groups, and what a choke group is right here. Basically, if you look right here where it says choke, a choke group will, when you play one sample, for example, this one, and then I play the next one, it cuts off the previous sample. So that sample doesn't basically play at the same time as the other one. So that's how you can create kind of rhythmic sounding things. And then other ones I leave without a choke group, for example, like this. And that one I have assigned to the fader right here on the pad controller. And so I can control the pitch of that. Now, the great thing about this fader, even though this controller only has a single fader, you can go through and assign that fader to different things on different samples. So depending on which sample you hit, this fader can control multiple things, and it's really easy to do that in Ableton Live just by going into MIDI, by clicking here. And then if we go in, you can see I only have 3 things sampled, but they're all 3 different things to that same fader. So I have a frequency filter, or a filter frequency rather, the sample start position, and then the transpose on 3 different samples. And what I can show you how that affects these different samples is the filter is that, and then the sample start position is really cool, and that gives it that kind of robotic sound. And then the pitch, this one. And again, these are all kind of like things that I use to go over top of the main rhythm to kind of add some effect or sparkle or something over top of what I'm playing. Now, what you could do too to basically get different effects for different samples is you can go into the sample editor here in Ableton and either make them loops. Like for example, some of them I have set as loops, some of them I don't. Also, some of them I change the pitch, and then other ones I don't. Other ones I set a filter, you know, like for example, this one has a filter that gives it just a little bit of a kind of thin sound, so that way it doesn't overpower the other samples. And same with this one. And then you can also change the rate. You could do the loop length and all kinds of things like that. This is I don't intend this to be a full tutorial. I've done other tutorials kind of like this, and I just created an Ableton playlist on the main channel page of my YouTube channel. So if you're curious, you could go in there, and I have much better explanations as to how to do all this stuff. But for now, I just kind of wanted to give you the quick overview of what I did basically to create this song. I only used one set of samples, or what I mean by that is 16 different samples here. I could do up to 32 at one time on this pad controller. It has a button where you can do bank, and when you press the bank button, it switches to another bank of pads. And you have 2 different ones that you can use, which is really cool. And another thing that's really cool is on the back of it, it basically has the entire instructions you need to operate the thing, which is pretty amazing because it's very simple. That's one of the things I really like about it. It is a really easy controller to use, and I was able to get flying with this thing very quickly. I just got it yesterday, and I started putting together the samples last night, practiced it this morning, and then threw this video together like basically right now. So anyway, that's all for this video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you haven't subscribed, please do click the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And check out my record label. It's anthillrecordings.bandcamp.com. I've got a lot of new releases on there. There's a new compilation that just came out that has a lot of great artists on it, and it's really cool stuff. If you like the stuff I'm doing in this video, you'll definitely like that comp. It's really interesting, experimental, but very musical, and great musicians on that compilation, so definitely check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see y'all really soon.